everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Amanda. Come along and bake with me today. We have 2 delicious sweet treats and a bonus Pampered chef haul. So let's get to it. First, we're going to get started with the Peanut Butter Cup Trifle. This makes a beautiful presentation as well as just a delicious dessert. So we're starting out with just a mix, a brownie mix. You can use homemade, you can use whatever. Just make sure that you have a 9x13 recipe. I've greased my pan and everything. The mix is going in the bowl. I'm going to add oil and water and eggs and get that all mixed up and get it into the oven and bake that. So the biggest thing when you're making this recipe is just to make sure you make these brownies ahead of time. You're going to want to give them some time to cool. You don't want to put them in hot in the trifle because it might make the Cool Whip and things like that melt. So you don't want to, you want to have them completely cool once they are done. So just make this a little bit ahead of time. You can even do it the day before if you like. And then, we're going to have them ready to go for the recipe. So I've just got this mixed up here and I'm going to pour it in my greased 9x13 pan, and I baked it for the time specified for the brownies on the back of the box. I always choose the chewy or whatever it is, not the cake like, but you can do whichever one you like. I just always like the brownies to be a little more chewy than cakey. While I'm finishing up getting this in the pan, getting ready to go into the oven, I just want to say this would be an excellent thing for Thanksgiving. You could also make this whole thing the day before, not just the brownies, and then have it ready to go for the day of Thanksgiving. Same thing for an event. If you've got a busy day and you want to put that, on your to-do list for the day before, then that would be a great option. It will keep just fine in the refrigerator, and all you'll have to do is pull it out when you're ready to take it to wherever you need to take it to. So definitely a great choice, and like I said, it makes a beautiful presentation. So we're making the pudding mixture, which almost tastes like a Reese's cup. We've got melted peanut butter, some milk, 2 packs of chocolate jello. It's the smaller box. We're actually doing 3 cups of milk here. So you're not going to go by the directions on the back of the jello. You're actually going to use a little less milk to make it a more thicker consistency, so it's kind of more, I don't know, peanut butter cup type thing almost. It's really good. I'm just getting all of the peanut butter scraped into the bowl, and we're about to start mixing in the jello. I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but they are the instant packs, of course, for this. So we're going to use the 2 of those small boxes and get those in there and whisk it all together. It'll thicken up as you continue whisking it until it gets to a really good consistency. That's why we reduced that milk to 3 cups. I believe the boxes actually call for 4. So I'm just whisking this together, getting it all thoroughly blended, getting all the lumps out of it. It still might not be, you're going to see a little bit of lumpage, lumpage. I'm not sure that's a word, but you're going to see a little bit of that in there, but it's still going to be fine. So now we have the pudding layer all finished and ready to go. We've got 8 peanut butter cups in that bowl cut into quarters, and I've cut all the brownies into small chunks. We're just going to layer the brownies in the bottom. You're going to use half of them and they'll go in the bottom. The peanut butter cups will actually wait till the very top, so that'll be kind of our decoration on the top. And I also have 16 ounces of Cool Whip over there. I actually didn't end up using all that, but so you might have a little left over. That just depends on how much you end up wanting to put in there, but I had just a little left over. So I've got half of those brownies layered in the trifle bowl. I'm actually reaching for a spatula so I can get all of the pudding scraped out. We're going to actually take half of that pudding mixture and put it on top of the brownies and just kind of spread it around and get it coated well so that all the brownies are covered. Once you've got that done, then you're going to actually top it with that Cool Whip layer. And then you're just going to repeat these layers. You just should get one more layer. It'll be the other half of the brownies, the other half of the pudding mix, the rest of the Cool Whip, or however much you end up using it. Like I said, I did have a little bit left over. So I'm just making sure to cover all of the brownies, making sure they're nice and covered. And I'm about to grab that Cool Whip container. Like I said, about half of that will go in there, and then just smooth that around to get it all, evenly coated so that you can be ready to build your next layers. while I'm thinking of it, you could also use the little miniature peanut butter cups if you like. I used just the regular size Reese's cups, but you can use whatever you like. You could probably have those. They even have the little mini ones that might be fun to decorate the top with as well, or use a mixture of whatever you like too. So lots of different options you could do that. And if you really like peanut butter cups, you could even add a few to the layers. But I feel like this is such a rich dessert that it's plenty to have just the ones on top. And you have that peanut butter flavor from the pudding mixture, so you don't miss like there being tons of Reese's cups in there. But like I said, it's pretty rich, so I don't know that I'd do that. But for someone who really loves peanut butter cups, that would probably be really tasty. So to me, the ones on top just add something to it for sure. So I'm just finishing up the final layer, putting that whipped topping on the top, and filling the top with those peanut butter cups that I've quartered. And this makes it just makes such a pretty presentation. It really does. I love this trifle bowl. I used to sell Pampered Chef years ago, and I would always take this to parties whenever, they would request that kind of recipe. And I made this often for that, and everyone always loved it. It was a hit. So here it is all completed, ready to eat. You can eat it like it is. You can refrigerate it for a little bit and let it all get cool and eat. Regardless, I guarantee you, if you like peanut butter and if you like chocolate, you're going to love this dessert. So let me know if you end up making it, or if you've ever had something similar to this before. It really is delicious. Also, this is the main thing I've made to use that trifle bowl for, so that trifle bowl has not got a lot of use other than this dessert. So if you have some kind of fun recipe for trifle bowls, let me know too. I'd be interested in that. So next we've got chocolate crescent rolls. This is super easy and very quick to make and very delicious. So I've just got a can of crescent rolls that I've kind of separated out here. I'm going to separate them into individual triangles. I've got some mini chocolate chips over there in that bowl, and I'm just going to layer those chocolate chips over that. You can do as heavy or as light as you like. Just layer them on that triangle, and then once they all get on there, you're just going to roll it up and repeat that with all of them. Like I said, so simple, so easy, and really good. These can be a breakfast, a dessert. You can use them for all kinds of things. I'm actually using my Pampered Chef Stone here too, but I always use the parchment paper. It's just easier for me. Like, I know technically the point is to season it, but I just always use parchment paper. So mine's not very seasoned, if you could see underneath there. So I'm just repeating this with all of them. I actually ended up making 2 with regular milk chocolate chips because I had a couple requests from my husband and one of my kids to do the milk chocolate chips instead. They're not a huge fan of the semi-sweet, so they ended up saying, they said those actually turned out really well and they liked those. They're a little bigger, so it doesn't, they lay in there a little differently, but ultimately they worked fine too. So in case you aren't a fan of semi-sweet, then definitely feel free to use milk chocolate regular size chips. I don't know if they make the milk chocolate in the little ones. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So, and actually you could use lots of different kinds of chips if you want to, like peanut butter. You could mix peanut butter and chocolate. You could do butterscotch. I think sometimes they have like some special ones throughout the year, like the pumpkin spice and all those type of ones. I haven't really tried those, so I'm not sure how they would be, but I'm sure it would probably be good. So you can definitely change this recipe up, and it's just something that's really cute. I don't know, crescent rolls are kind of a pretty thing anyways, and so I feel like they look kind of more impressive when they're done. So we're going to bake those at 375 for 9 to 12 minutes. Just keep an eye on them. Depending on your oven, depending on what you're using to bake them with, that's going to kind of depend. So I've got some powdered sugar, and I'm just going to take that and dust the tops of all of these crescent rolls with the powdered sugar. That just really, to me, makes it look so pretty. It's just, I don't know, it's just a very nice dessert. Just makes it look a little more, I don't know, elegant or something, so I always enjoy doing that. Adds a little something to it. So, and then I've got them here in my plate, all ready to serve, and they were delicious. Everybody always likes these, and they make such a pretty presentation. Definitely let me know in the comments if you decide to try either one of these desserts. I hope you enjoy them. Next step is my Pampered Chef haul. So hey guys, this is my Pampered Chef haul. I just got a few things. I used to sell Pampered Chef years ago, and I love this stuff. So it was time for a few little new things that I haven't had before, or maybe a couple things that I do have but I liked a lot. So I got this multi-blade sharpener because a lot of my scissors from Pampered Chef, I've had them for so long, they actually are going dull, and I thought this would be helpful to end up sharpening all those up. I love these mini serving spatulas, and this is so pretty. Blue is my favorite color, and that's kind of like an aqua, so I liked that a lot. So I got an extra one of those. My daughter, when I had a Pampered Chef party years ago, fell in love with this raspberry habanero sauce over cream cheese, so I got her some of that. Then I've got some paring knives here, and these look really nice and sharp. I actually don't have any of these. This was new. A cutting board. I actually have one of these, but I thought it would be handy to have a new one because mine's been around for a few years. And this was actually on clearance, and it's so cute. It's from Toy Story. It's the little ham, the pig guy. So I love that. It's like a pancake flipper, but you could use it for whatever, grilled cheeses or whatever. And then I've got coating trays with the little tool, and you could actually use that for doing like chicken when you're battering chicken, or you could dip like chocolates, all kinds of stuff. So it's got 3 trays here, and that would be a handy thing to have. I don't have anything like that, so I thought that would be neat. And then this looks so cool. I actually watched a video on it to see how it worked, but it's like a core. You can use it for apples, and it'll actually open up so that you don't have to well, I don't know about y'all, but when I try to get the apple core out, I've almost cut myself sometimes of those cores. So this just releases and lets the core out. So I thought that was really neat. So I'm excited to try that out. This was my free purchase, or free gift with my purchase. I actually already have one of these, but I love the batter bowls. It's got the lid. Let me actually bring it down here. So it's got the lid on it. And then you can microwave these. Let's see if I can get it off. Let's see here. There we go. And I lost ham. And so this is the batter bowl, and I really like it a lot. I have the big one, the old one. It's kind of older style. And then I've got one of these. This was free with my purchase. I plan on just giving it to my daughter because she's 20, and I thought that would be a good thing for her to have later down the road. And I love that it has a lid, so you can store like dips in the refrigerator or whatever you might need. And so it's really handy. This was a really neat thing because they're apparently doing these new parties. They're like shared rewards. So all my purchase was 25% off because they actually met their like threshold that they had to get to, you know, get the 25% discount. So that's why I went ahead and got some stuff. I thought 25% off, that's a pretty good deal. So this is my little Pampered Chef haul. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more delicious recipes and meal ideas.